Hello. I know it's been a while, but I'm back, and today we're gonna have a duo kind of tournament where it's gonna be like anime duos. Let me see that my. Alright, my mic is working good. So, yeah, as I was saying, we're gonna have a duo tournament, kind of like iconic duos. There's gonna be some that are kind of a stretch, and when we get to those, I'll talk about why I chose them to be like that, but other than that, I think we could just start. We've done this before, so it's uh, not really something that needs to be explaining. So for our first matchup, it's going to be kind of like a father versus son type thing. And it wasn't planned this way. The thing is just randomized. But it's a good starting matchup, I think. Also, epilepsy warning whenever there's Dragon Ball characters fighting, because they tend to flash a lot, and Trunks looks kind of weird, so we're gonna fix that real quick. Alright, there we go. Oh, and it chose the same map, I think. Alright, but yeah. So, Trunks immediately gonna go into Super Saiyan. And I just downloaded this one for the tournament, so I haven't really seen him at all. I did like a little test match to see if he worked well. And he did, so I was like, alright, I don't want to say anymore. I want to kind of be surprised when I watch the fight. And from what it looks like, they're doing pretty good. Alright, so they're kind of just annihilating Vegeta with some blast, but Gohan powers up, which he does pretty often, and the damage is kind of crazy. This will be a huge upset if they do end up beating Vegeta and Goku, because I wouldn't expect it. But Gohan just transformed into his final form, so I think this round's pretty much done. I mean, I don't want to count out Vegeta, but it's not looking good. I feel like in the next round they're probably going to need to transform a bit more, but they don't really have the meter to do it. So I don't know. This is going to be kind of a... Could be an upset. It's looking like it. Gohan immediately goes into the transformation. Super Saiyan 2. Goku might have been attempting it, but now they're just jumping Gohan right now. Gohan just laying down the pressure from the side. He just keeps spamming the same move. Goku is down. It's going to be up to Vegeta to clutch it out, and I'm not so confident that he can do it. I mean, his damage output's crazy, but I think they're just being outsped right now. I would have really liked to have seen them transform, but whatever. That's just how it is sometimes. Alright, so they topple their parents and they're going to be moving on. So we'll have an immediate upset right off the bat. And then it's going to be Kakashi and Guy versus Alan Light, the smart duo. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not expecting this to be too much of a match, but we'll see how it goes. Also, I've never used Kakashi in a tournament, and there's a specific reason for that. It's because he's too strong. But in duos, it's like a way different game. Oops, my thing crashed. My OBS right there. But yeah, it's a completely different game when it comes to duos. So I decided just to put him in. I did like a test match just to see if it was fair. I put him up against like another team in the tournament, and it was pretty close, so I just was like, whatever, we'll go with it. But these two characters aren't very strong, so I'm not expecting too much out of them. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so he's charging up in the corner, kind of brooding. Kakashi gets him with the Kamui, and now it's kind of just a one-on-one on different sides of the screen. Kakashi takes out Light, and now they're probably just going to take down L pretty quickly. Alright, so that wasn't really much of a challenge. I mean, they have all the meter, but I just don't see them doing much with it. Light has like kind of an insta-kill move, which you would expect, but he hardly ever does it. And on top of that, it would only kill one person. And I'm fairly confident that one of them alone could probably take down L and Light at the same time. So I don't even think that would do anything. This is a really good combo. And not really too much of a surprise. Also, I'm probably thinking that Kakashi's gonna be carrying Guy. Not that Guy's bad, he is a pretty good character, but Kakashi is really good. Alright, so now we're gonna have Edward and Mustang and versus Ban and Meliodas, and this is where I'm gonna have some explaining to do. I couldn't find an Alphonse Mugen, which would have been, of course, more appropriate. But I'm telling you, I looked for a really long time. I probably looked for an hour for an Alphonse one. I couldn't find one at all. So I just had to go with Mustang. And Mustang's a really good character, so I would have liked to have him in here anyway. So yeah, that's what we're rolling with. Can't find Meliodas. There he is. I don't think this one's gonna be close. It could be though, because there's like a room for it to be, but Meliodas is another one that I haven't had in tournaments because he's too strong. As you could see by him shredding Edward and Mustang at the same time. And I feel like this duo is gonna go far. Mustang's a dope character though. I really like him. I didn't want to have to see him go this early. I kind of underestimated how good Ban and Meliodas would be. Not gonna lie. Man, this is really bad. This is a beatdown. Alright, so they pulled out the blicky on him. They're just kind of jumping Meliodas, and I think that's a good strat. If they take one out, I feel like they could win a 2v1. But they're just doing no type of damage to him, and Ban's already almost at full. Just tuck Mustang's heart. Ugh, Mustang's out. Yeah, this was going to be a wash from the very beginning. I said it was going to be close, but I probably underestimated it a bit. Or I overestimated Ed and Mustang. Yeah, that was bad. Alright, so we're gonna move on. Ban and Meliodas, that was a quick match. And this one's gonna be good. And I really hate to see one of these teams lose because I really like both of them. We're going Naruto and Sasuke versus Jiren and Toppo. I hope it doesn't crash because it's been kind of acting up a bit lately. I'll try to close some tabs. I think I've just been... Usually when I add a new character, my game kind of slows down for like a little bit until it gets used to it. I think just in power, Jiren and Toppo are stronger, but in technique, I feel like Sasuke and Naruto could easily just wash them. Toppo's powering up into his God of Destruction state, which he seems to spam do. And this is when he just kind of goes crazy. I was gonna use another Tim, but I don't want to get like strike. Alright, so stunning Jiren, and now that Toppo's out, I don't really see Jiren doing much. I was gonna use the other Jiren, and thinking back on it, I probably should have, because the other Jiren's like really strong too. But I don't know, this has just been always my go-to Jiren, because this is the one I've always had. But yeah, the other one's like really strong. That was a really dominant match. Naruto hardly ever transforms. And he stays in that state? Alright, this might be done. Yeah, Sasuke brings out the Susanoo. Not much else to say, this is pretty much a wrap. This duel goes crazy. I feel like if they did this every match, they'd definitely watch the tournament. But the thing is, this is like such a rare occurrence that they won't do that. Toppo is literally getting jumped right now by one person. Jiren's holding his own though. You have to respect him for that. Dodging, yeah. He put up a fight. Even a better one than Toppo in God of Destruction mode. So yeah. Sasuke and Naruto are gonna move on. That's gonna be a good match. Alright, so now Eren and Mikasa. I felt like this was the most fitting one. Just because I wasn't gonna put Armin. This is just like a duo. It has to be Eren and Mikasa. And that's against Deidara and Sasori. And that one goes without saying. They're partners. The Akatsuki, so that was a pretty simple one. I haven't seen much of Eren's new one either, so I don't know if he's really good or not. But we'll see right now. I think he might be transforming. Either that or that's just his charge animation. And I think that's what it was. It's a lot closer than I thought it would have been. I honestly thought Eren and Mikasa were gonna wash, but they're kind of putting up a fight. I think it's just because Eren hasn't really done anything too crazy. Sasori's almost dead, so he's just gonna try to hang back. Never mind, he's out. So it's a 2v1, but Deidara still has a bunch of health. He's kind of just trapping them in the corner, kind of like how he does in Ninja Storm. Anyway, now it's not looking great. He got out of the corner, I think, or was that just false hope? He can't even touch the ground. Alright, I think Deidara's done. Or not. Hold on. Oh, no, Mikasa saw through it. Usually that's like a decoy. And they'll attack the worm instead of Deidara, but it didn't work this time. Alright. It looks like the game glitched out a bit, so we're gonna have to wait like 20 seconds for it to start working again. Yeah. They won that first round. It was pretty close, but I think that's just because Eren hasn't done anything super OP. which he usually does. They're getting comboed, that ain't Falco. Bro, this is bad. This is way different from the first round. It's like night and day. Bro, he's already dead. Alright. That's gonna be another duo to watch out for. We could see a canonical match if this one works. How I think it might. So we're gonna have Reiner and Bertolt. As you could see, is a newer one. The newer ones are more to the bottom. And I also got a new Rukia for Ichigo. And this one was another one I didn't really know who to go with. Because I could have gone with like Chad, who I have. But I don't know. I felt like Rukia was more of a duo with Ichigo. And also I don't know which one to use. Because this is the weakest one. But the other two are really, really strong. This is 1000 Year Blood War. And this is just like, I think, Full Bring Arc. So I think we might go with this one, just right in the middle. Also, I think he might carry. I have not seen any of this Rukia at all. I didn't even get to do like a test one. So she could be really bad. But we'll see. So giant Getsu got potential that just completely misses. And then another one that actually hits and does huge damage. If the first one landed, I think that would have been it. Yeah, you could see that this Ichigo's really good. This is a really good combo. This might be one of the most dominant ones we've seen. I think someone's transforming. Or I don't know. I think that's like one of Reiner's moves where he like summons the Colossal. Which is supposed to be Bertolt, but now it kind of just looks weird because Bertolt's right there. I think that's calling in a Titan. 2 Titans. Alright, so Ichigo's gonna take care of those and take care of Reiner and Bertolt at the same time. I might switch to Ichigo, I'm not gonna lie. He's really OP. We'll see. Alright, well. We're gonna have Ichigo and Rukia. And also, I'm not saying that the first Ichigo's a scrub either. He's really good too. But it's just he's the weakest out of the 3 I have. Alright, Killua and Gon. I don't know. Versus Erwin and Levi. I don't think this is going to be fair just because of Levi. Erwin isn't that good from what I remember. He's kind of just like Eren but can't transform. But Levi is so OP that I think he might even be able to solo Gon and Killua. Also, there was a new Killua that came out. I just forgot to download it. And I'm kind of regretting it. Because Killua is a really good character. Alright, Killua just got shredded. Also, when I consider a dominant performance, I also like to consider like who they're fighting against. For example, Reiner and Bertolt are really good. That's why I say that the last one was like really frighteningly dominant. Whereas Killua and Gon are kind of like low tier characters. I think I made a whole tier list once, but I don't remember if I uploaded it. I don't think I ever uploaded it. Sorry if I sounded like that. I'm trying to reach my blinds because they're opened. And it's making me uncomfortable. But yeah. A little bit more even this time now that Kilo went Godspeed. One of the, I think, best transformations I ever seen in an anime. I was hyped when I saw that. Alright, so Gon just completely used the wrong form of John Ken right there. Ooh, he got animation cancelled. Right, he spent a long ass time charging that one up. Ooh, Kilo's gone. Alright, so this is where Gon gets his power up because friendship, maybe. I think if he kills Erwin, it would probably be a bit closer since Erwin's so low, but yeah, Levi's not gonna let that happen. A bit of a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. The next match is gonna be kind of crazy. Erwin and Levi, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna have two villains. In this next one, we're gonna have Hanami from Jujutsu Kaisen, if I could find it. But it's probably right in front of my eyes. Alright, we'll just select Mahito first. Alright, there it is. So there's Hanami, and they'll be fighting against, I forgot. Let's see. Oh yeah, Hiei and Yusuke. This Hiei is really good. He's another one of the characters I hardly ever play in tournaments. I think in this tournament you're probably going to see a lot of new characters because I hardly ever use the really strong ones because I know that they would wash it. Maybe like someday I'll do just like a completely strong characters tournament. But yeah, for now we'll just have to see them in a 2v2 setting. And honestly, Hiei is going to carry this duo, if anyone. As you can see by that raw damage, Yusuke is really strong. And Hiei is kind of just like mid. Especially when he transforms, it kind of gets crazy. This is just like his first state. And I haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho, so I can't say the name of the actual state he's in when he transforms. I think Hanami's done. That's like his death animation, and Mahito kind of carried and kind of corner trapped them, which is a little bit frustrating. But yeah, we'll see. This is like a really long animation. I'm gonna try to skip it. There we go. And I really hope that Yusuke and Hiei win, so I don't have to see that long animation again. Also, very surprisingly, Hiei hasn't transformed, which he seems to be trigger happy to do all the time whenever it's a 1v1. Very surprised by that. Also, when he transforms, he gets like full health and gets like way faster. Ooh, this might be it. Yeah, this is it. Unless Yusuke could do something crazy that I've never seen him do before. Yeah, he just doesn't have the meter to do anything special. Alright. Kind of an upset. I was expecting he to kind of go off there. Oops, I even almost marked them as winning. So now we're gonna have Joseph and Caesar versus Peyton and Crollo. And this is another one where I couldn't find any Phantom Troop members, so I just had to roll with kind of just putting two of them together. I don't really know how much they like each other either. Like, they didn't really interact much. Crollo's down here somewhere. Because I know he's one of the more recently added ones. This is probably going to be a little closer. I'm expecting Joseph and Caesar to take it though. Caesar probably has some of the best movement in the game. He's very fluid. I think here comes an ultimate. I think he took that pretty easy. Sorry, I was responding to the comment. Bro, I'm not lying. I wanted them to win. I don't really like Hanami like that. I don't know what that is. I kind of expected this outcome though. I mean, Peyton's good, but Crollo just isn't really that great from what I've seen from him. Yeah, that definitely ain't Falco, bro. He's getting comboed bad. Kind of a wash, I'm not gonna lie. We'll move on Caesar and Joseph. And now it's gonna be kind of canonical. I mean, same verse type battle. Another one I have to explain. They never met in the actual show, but in the game they did, so I'm gonna go off of that. Also, I kind of like this Jotaro a little more, so we're gonna go with this one. Also, he's a bit stronger, so yeah. We'll probably see a lot of time stopping in this one. There's Golden Experience. And 20 meter Emerald Splash right off the bat. That's his ultimate. And it didn't do anything. But yeah. Kakyoin's more of a range fighter, so we're probably just going to see Joseph getting in. And Jotaro getting in there. Oh, I forgot. So when Giorno is in Golden Experience Requiem, it's pretty much going to nullify Jotaro's time stop. It's not going to be able to do it. It's not going to do it to his own team, as you could see. He's not able to move right now with that DO stop time, but like when the enemy tries to do it, it's not going to work. I don't think. Or it did. Never mind. I looked dumb. Or I don't think he could take damage, I should say. I don't think. So, if he did, then I'm going to look even more dumb because I doubled down, but that was a good round. 20 meter Emerald Splash. Dio's going to get hit with that one bad, so is Giorno. They're kind of making a bit of a comeback. Dio gets all kinds of health back though from that move. As for who I would want to see move on, though, I think it would be Dio and Giorno because they're a little bit more interesting in terms of the game. They have like a bit cooler moves than Jotaro and Kakyoin. We've pretty much already seen the extent of what they could do. I mean, they're good, but I don't know. I'd imagine we're gonna see a time stop here. He's probably gonna try to take one of them out. I would hope. Alright, Jotaro stops time for like 2 seconds. And you're also gonna notice the time difference. So Jotaro could only really stop time for 2 seconds. Dio could stop it for 10. And in that amount of time, he already took out Jotaro. So that's kind of shows how much more OP Dio is than Jotaro. Ooh, that was a mistake though. Canon, this actually happened. Except Dio didn't get hit, but we're gonna ignore that. Weirdly uncharacteristic, Dio isn't stopping time as much as he usually does. After usually fucking spams the shit out of it, but he doesn't seem to be doing that this time. I think he thinks that he could do it without it, and he can. So, avenging his son, they're gonna move on. And Gojo and Nanami versus Sasibaka. How did I forget? Alright, anyway. I'm very forgetful. I really like Nanami's character. I feel like they made him really good. The only thing is, his neck looks kind of awkward and he looks like a giraffe. But other than that, the character is really well made. Where is he at though? There he is. Yeah, really awkward sprite, but he's a good character. They put a lot of detail in it, you could tell. Just from his charge animation and like just the effects that they put, like it looks like how it does in the show. I really like the way that they made him. Just the only thing I can complain about is the sprite, but other than that, yeah. Props to, I think, Planet Neptune. I think that's who made it, but I could be really wrong. I'm gonna check, because I'm not gonna give credit to someone that didn't make it. No, it was Joey Joestar. Never mind. Ignore that. Credited the wrong person. That was an accident. What's happening? I looked down to see who actually made it, and then the screen was just white. I thought I crashed again, but yeah, they took that first round, I think, pretty easily. You could see Nanami just slicing right now. What is that? Overtime? Pretty good. Gojo trapped them both in it. That's gonna do a bunch of damage. Then he's gonna hit him with the purple right after. Yikes, and he hits him again with the counter. He's just baiting him bad. He breaks out Deku, but he's already done. Yeah, this was somewhat close, even though it didn't really look like it. If you look at their health, though, I mean, they took a bunch of damage. Counterpoint, though, Deku and Bakugo do a bunch of damage. So now Hidan and Kakazu versus Luffy and Zoro. We'll see if Zoro could find his way to the match. Bad joke. I was really worried about these two because sometimes Hidan doesn't want to go out, but I did a test match and he did, actually fight with Kakazu, so it should work now. I think that was like an old version of Hidan. I don't really like Luffy. I just realized that while watching this. Also, Hidan disappeared. And I thought it was fixed. But, yeah. I don't like to watch Luffy fight because he's like really bulky and doesn't do much damage. So his fights just kind of drag on. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I think I might just limit this to one round because Hidan isn't even fighting with him. Yeah, this is done. I thought it was fixed, honestly. This wasn't really a fair shot. There comes Hidan. About to get worked by both of them since he didn't want to come out in the first part. And he's really a good character. I just wish that they could have... Oh! Zoro put on blackface. I haven't watched the show, so I don't know if this actually happens. I'm just gonna assume it does. Zoro. Racist confirmed. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this one on. This took way too long. Alright. That was kind of a wash. I'm gonna move them on. Alright, Saitama and Genos versus Josuke and Koichi. This version of Saitama isn't as OP as you would think, but he's still pretty good. Where's Koichi at? There he is. I think this one's going to Saitama and Genos, unsurprisingly. Also, I don't know why Koichi changes colors. Kind of weird. There's nothing really up Koichi's arsenal. And Saitama just packs the damage. He'll probably solo both of them at the same time. Canonically. And in the game. I'm not gonna sit here and act like JoJo characters are on that level. I like the show, but I'm not gonna hype them up that much. Maybe like in later seasons they get that strong, but as of right now in the anime we've only seen like one character that's possibly on that level, and that's Giorno. But yeah, this is looking like a wash. I'm not gonna say it's dominant though, because I'm not gonna say that Josuke and Koichi are a really good duo. I just kind of put them. At first it was gonna be Jotaro and Josuke, but I was running out of duos, so I just made this one, I think. But yeah, I kind of ran out of ideas for characters to add, so if you have any suggestions, I'll try to find them. But yeah, so that is gonna be... we're almost at the end of the first round. Nezuko and Tanjiro versus Yuji and Megumi. Two of the newer animes. I'm gonna be fighting in this one. Where's Megumi at? Well, Yuji's up here, so we'll just add him real quick. And then Megumi should be somewhere down here. There he is. Also, Megumi is another one that kind of has like a like a weird looking sprite. His head's kind of big. And he's also kind of short compared to how big he is in the anime, but this is going to be a good combo. And I also know that Tanjiro and Nezuko kind of do a bunch of damage too, so I'm not going to count them out either. Sorry about that, my throat was like kind of acting up. I don't know if you heard it. It was kind of getting raspy, but surprisingly, well, I spoke too soon. Yeah, once Sukuna comes out, it's basically bosses. This is over. Just constantly spams like attacks that do like half of a character's health. But they were winning until Sukuna came out. So if Sukuna doesn't come out, I feel like they could take it. Yuji on his own isn't really that impressive though. He does strong attacks, but he's just not too flashy like Sukuna is. And when it comes to entertainment, I feel like that's kind of important to have like really flashy moves. The ones with the flashiest moves usually tend to be my favorite ones. I really like Sasuke for that reason. So they kind of took that really handily in the second round. He didn't even have to bring out Sukuna. So we'll move them on. And then the last two. So Meruem and Pito versus Kaiba and Yugi. This is going to be a bit of a closer one. I got a new Meruem though, so I really like seeing him. He's somewhat flashy. And my Pito should be right here. Then Eugene and Kaiba. These are some weird ones to watch fight. They're definitely unique because they don't really fight. They just use their cards, but also they're not really a duo. They don't like each other. They're enemies, but when you think of one, you think of the other. So I kind of consider them a duo. Like, by definition, when I think of one, I think of the other. So that's kind of how I went about it when I was picking them. It was expected, but a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Meruem has like this really strong attack. It's his ultimate. It does like a huge beam. What he does in the show, basically, if you've seen it. I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, saying that he does a beam isn't really like a crazy spoiler. But if you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, someone's gonna get PTSD from seeing that. If you've seen the show. Oh, that's huge damage. I'm not gonna lie, Yugi and Kaiba were kind of taking this round until that happened. I think Meruem powered up. I'm pretty sure. That was crazy. Alright, so we're gonna have to watch out for that in future rounds. And last one of the thing is a hard one for me because I really like both of these duos and I weren't expecting them to fight each other so early. If I had to root for one, it would probably be Itachi and Shisui because I like both of them a lot, but Hisoka and Illumi are pretty cool too. Hisoka. Also, I don't know why they picked that picture of Illumi. Shisui's kind of getting harassed, but I know that Itachi's about to pull out the Susanoo and he's about to 2v1 and take this. So we'll see that happening shortly. Someone's about to get clobbered right now. It's Illumi. Itachi can be kicked out of his Susanoo. Oh, that was way quicker than I expected it to happen. I think he might be done. Yeah, they're probably gonna take this. That fireball did huge damage though. I feel like if Shisui could just hold on and use some of his better techniques, they could probably clutch it out. But Hisoka's like really difficult to fight against. Ooh, the same thing's happening. And every time Itachi's about to do something, they just smack him. Shisui is a lot more frail than I remember him being. He does pack that damage though. Ooh. Itachi's getting worked too by Illumi. They're about to get them in the corner. Oh, Shisui's down. It's down to Itachi. Yeah, this is done. Surprisingly dominant. These two are strong opponents. Especially Itachi. I mean, Shisui too when he pulls out the clones, but that's more in a one-on-one situation. I think that's just it. Shisui is more built for a 1v1. Surprising upset there. Alright, so next we're going to have Gohan and Trunks. Who, if you were watching the first one, that was kind of towards the start of the tournament though, so if you weren't here then that's what happened. A little bit of recap. And that's against who again? Kakashi and Guy. I'm suspecting another wash from Kakashi and Guy. I'm not trying to downplay them, it's just they're that good. Ooh, Trunks has the weird outfit on again. I keep forgetting. Hopefully that's the last time I do it. I'm not trying to root against anyone though. I'm gonna say that. This map sucks. Alright, this map's good. Pretty large. Immediately powers up, but Guy's already in 8 gates, so it's kind of fair. Gohan with a huge beam, and they're having a really good performance. They're impressing me a lot right now. First they upset Goku and Vegeta, and now they're kind of working Kakashi and Guy. Kakashi with the Kamui kind of ties it up a bit. These clones are going to be a serious problem for them because they just keep spamming attacking. I think Gohan's already done. Yeah. Trunks is already low too. Ooh, the lariat. That's going to do it. Surprising comeback. They were kind of losing at the start. Rising uppercut. Kakashi kind of just shuffles over and does a Kamui, which he could have done from far away. I don't know why he did that, but it's his decision, I guess. Weirdly, I wasn't looking at the health, and I'm seeing that they're losing pretty bad, but Kakashi has full meter, and that's something you don't want to see. You just pull out like a round-ending attack. I don't think they're going to give him the chance to. Yeah, they take that. Weirdly, I wasn't expecting to see Kakashi and Guy lose a round this early. Sorry about that. I got a phone call, but I saw that Guy nearly died in that one. They were able to squeak it out. So yeah, they move on. Bot and Meliodas. This is gonna be one of the more exciting ones. I don't want to see one of these teams leave again. I know I keep saying that, but I really mean it in this one. I like both of these duos. But that's just what's gonna happen. They're gonna have to face each other eventually, and even though it's gonna make for some boring ones later on, like the ones that don't have as strong of competition, I'm at least gonna like to watch this match. It might even crash the game again. Ooh, and the map's kind of dope. We're rolling with it. This is gonna all come down to who transforms. That's who's gonna take it. If Naruto's able to have enough time to transform, I feel like I'd be done. I think Sasuke's just gonna use all of the meter to attack. Naruto's about to yeah, he transformed. Alright, so I think that they're gonna take this one. And Sasuke might even summon Kirin, which is the first time I ever seen him do it. Because he's never done it ever in a match. He always sets up the rain and it's like about to happen, and he either dies or he just beats the opponent. So I'm hoping to see it happen. It just wasn't meant to happen, I guess. I thought Meliodas died. Ban is gonna use his ultimate, which is like little toy airplanes. I haven't watched the show. And you're gonna find out that with a lot of these characters I haven't watched the show. So that's kind of embarrassing, but I mean, I added the characters for people that have watched it. Naruto's gonna stay in that form throughout the rest of this match. Just immediately proves me wrong. I didn't even think it was possible for him to power down. The game just keeps making me look dumb. Alright, Sasuke gets his broken form. Hoping to see a Susanoo. I think it's... I don't want to jinx it, but I think it's going to Naruto and Sasuke this time. Yeah, there's nothing really Ban's gonna do to win this. I think they should just charge a meter for the next one. You don't want to fight Ban and Meliodas on the meter disadvantage. It's a bit of one. So without transformation, they ended up winning. Take that as you will. I don't really have a comment on that. So far, they're kind of handling though. There goes the Amaterasu. Surprised that that doesn't do what he usually does, where it kind of like stuns him every few seconds. Or I think it might have done that to Meliodas. That's probably why he's not fighting back. Meliodas gets thrown back. Oh yeah, Ban has it too. Never mind. I'm tripping. We're gonna see a Susano right now. I think that might seal it. This might be done. Don't want to jinx it again. Rasen Shuriken, yeah. Pretty good round. This is probably the closest round we've seen. I mean match. So next, Eren and Mikasa versus Ichigo and Rukia. This might not be close. And this might be where I consider changing it. Oh. Yeah, okay. If Ichigo's too OP this time, I'll change it back. So Eren and Mikasa. Ichigo. And Rukia. I want it to be fair. And when it's just not fair, you could already see who's coming to win it from like a mile away. So depending on how this match goes, I might change it to a different Ichigo. Rukia is surprisingly good. And I don't know to what extent this Rukia is. It might just be like anime only. Or actual Bankai state. And does that end? It's somewhat close right now. The only thing is when Ichigo's like sicko is when he uses his Bankai, and then it's pretty much done. I think he's just too strong. Like his damage output's just too crazy. Yikes. Alright, yeah. I think I might. Eren could also transform. And he hasn't done that. And he usually likes to spam do that. This is his chance. Well, Ichigo's kind of getting worked in the corner. Oh, here comes the Bankai. I didn't want to talk, bruh. The audio's just too fresh. It's too clean. I'm not gonna interrupt that. Stay quiet. At least if I do change it, you're gonna see why right now. Rukia is done and he's soloing both of them at the same time. I might reconsider if he loses right now though. Hold on. Hold on. Nah, he's got it. He got out of the corner. It's done. Ooh. Now I'm kind of debating it because it was somewhat close. We'll see. I don't have to decide right now. I mean, that's the team that got them this far, so I'm thinking I should just stick with it, but I don't know. He's just so OP. Alright, so Erwin and Levi, this could potentially be a wash. As you can see, I have Barry on right there too. I just don't ever use it because I think the other one's more interesting and stronger, so we go with that one. I don't know why they keep giving us this map though. I don't really like it. It looks kind of weird. Hanami has like a really OP move that they like to spam. Levi's really good at getting the corner pressure though, and everyone's really good at maintaining it. Mahito could also regenerate like half of his health just by doing like that move that I told you he does all the time. Alright, Mahito's out. It's a 2-on-1. And I still think that Hanami might still be able to take this. And I don't know why they're fighting air right now. Levi just wasted like a really strong move. It kind of glitches out sometimes. I think he caught them both in the ultimate, and I think that might be a one shot. It wasn't a one shot. Levi's gonna use his ultimate. This is gonna do huge damage. Alright, so they have the corner pressure back. I think it might be a wrap. I wasn't expecting this. Mahito and Hanami are really OP. But Levi's probably one of my fastest characters, so I can't even really say too much. I'm not like incredibly surprised by that. This animation's super long. I'm happy at least that if Erwin and Levi win, I don't have to say this again because it's absurdly long. But yeah, they have the meter advantage going into the second round. Always a thing to observe. Everyone isn't really the flashiest either. He doesn't really have like crazy moves. Levi is though, which kind of makes up for it. If he hits that, which he didn't, that would have been a lot of damage. I think Hanami is the one to take out first. Mahito's not really one you need to worry about. They have a bunch of meter. Well, they both do. Here comes one of Erwin's attack that instantly one-shots Hanami. I haven't seen that before, so that's really surprising. Mahito uses domain expansions, probably gonna kill Levi. Self-embodiment of perfection. I don't know why Gojo's there, but whatever, we'll roll with it. Levi just got melted, he's done. It's a one-on-one. Erwin versus Mahito. Oh no. I don't think Erwin can do it. He's not really that good. That distraction of Hanami is like really bugging though. Ooh. Alright. Barely won it, but they won. So maybe Mahito is the one to take out first. Also, they have the meter advantage, unlike last round. Again, this takes super long. I think if Levi and Erwin win, I'm probably just gonna skip it. We already have the outcome. So we'll be able to skip the long outro that Hanami makes with Gojo. Alright, Mahito is almost out. There he is, he's done. So now this is gonna be a double team on Hanami, who's gonna regenerate a bunch of health and do an attack I've never seen him do before that did a lot of damage to Erwin. Erwin might be coming out right now. And Levi Hanami 1v1 is gonna be super close. Bro, he's pulling out things I've never seen. He's pulling out all the gimmicks right now. Dodges the ultimate attack. I was about to say domain expansion, but that's not what it was. Levi's gonna use his ultimate and this might end it. He hasn't hit him though. That's the first time I've ever seen Levi's ultimate miss. slices up a bit of those little plants. Easy. Hanami wants the close range fight. I think this is his ultimate. Well, he has two ultimates, but this one does a bunch of damage. If it's really close up, I think it would have been a one-shot. Ooh, it's gonna come to timeout. I think Levi has a bit more health by the slightest amount. Oh, it's looking like he does. Glad I don't have to see that again. Alright, they barely took it by a hair. That's definitely the closest one we've had. Alright, Joseph and Caesar versus Dio and Giorno. Another canonical type one. Now, who's gonna win this one? I'm leaning more towards Joseph this time around. But who knows? I mean, if he pulls out Requiem, that's like a complete game changer. Stops time with the Piranha. Rubbin misses his regen attack. Not that he needed it because he's already full health almost. Alright, 10 seconds are up. Now it's time for Dio to get jumped. Alright, Joseph's blocking the damage while Caesar charges. Pretty good strat. Joseph's charging now. Ooh, I think he's stun locked Dio. Now Caesar's gonna charge up. I think the most dangerous attack that they could do is Joseph's airplane. It's pretty much a one shot, and I think I could get two people in it. Caesar, I've never seen his ultimate. He's never used it, but crazy stuff happens in duos, so I wouldn't count it out. I think Joseph might be out here. If not, he will be soon because Giorno and Dio are almost full health, kind of. Well, they have a lot more health than Joseph, but they took it, so I don't need to say anything about that. Meter advantage. It's going to be huge. Instant time stop. He's going to just lay on some free damage on both of them. He's spreading it out. I was going to say I'm surprised that these two made it this far, but they haven't really had the hardest fights. So I can't say I'm too surprised. Dio's time stop is just, he's spamming it, like I said that he usually does. Getting good positioning, and only about 30 seconds have passed in the fight, but Dio's time stop has made it seem like a lot longer. As you can see, he stops the time, and if there is music, which I can't hear unfortunately, it stops the music as well. I don't know if I said it, or I think I haven't. I said I was going to fix it this time, but I just forgot. I still can't hear the game. You guys are the only ones that I could actually hear the audio, so I'm just kind of watching like quietly. Like say you muted your phone or wherever you're watching this right now, you'd have a pretty good idea of what I'm witnessing right now. Dio and Giorno move on. Alright, Gojo and Nanami versus Luffy and Zoro. This is going to be a good one because these are like the two highest damaging characters versus like the bulkiest ones. So either way they're going to go out fast. Hopefully it's Luffy and Zoro that leave because I hate watching Luffy fights. A new map, as you could see. It's going to be the Colossal. Or like on top of the wall. I forgot the name of the wall. It's like the outermost one. The one that gets destroyed on the first episode. I'm not gonna say spoiler, it's the first episode. If you haven't watched it by now, you're probably not going to. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Gojo setting up the counter. If someone hits it, they're pretty much done. Luffy's about to be in a 2v1 situation. I really like when Nanami does that. I don't know what it is. I think it's overtime though. But the thing is, he doesn't take off his like tie. So I couldn't tell you. Maybe it is just his domain expansion. I just haven't seen it. No. He says he can't do it in the show, but I'm not counting out that he learns it eventually. Right, meter advantage. Going to Gojo and Nanami. Gojo's just a flex. Gojo's just setting up. There goes purple. Gonna do huge damage. Gojo's just been sitting there. That's a really underrated combo. This I can classify as dominant. They did beat two strong opponents. And yes, I am counting them out. This one's already over. Unless Luffy just goes into like 4th gear, which he can do. Just doesn't very often. And doesn't have the meter. For the rest of this match, he's probably just going to be stun locked. What was that? Alright, so they move on. Thankfully. Alright, Saitama and Genos versus Yuji and Megumi. This one was a bit of a wash last time. Megumi and Yuji. I like to see Sukuna come out. I feel like he's the big X factor on their team. Megumi also has his domain expansion that he could also pull out. But it only lasts a few seconds, which I don't really like. I think it's such a dope move. The thing is though, no matter how far behind this team is, Sukuna could come out and literally just do a 2v1 and win it. And I feel like that's the factor, like, a team needs to win this tournament. Like, the ability for at least one of them to be able to win a 2v1. I think that was a domain expansion because he only does that move in domain expansion. That comes Sukuna, and I think he's just going to finish Saitama off. He missed. I mean, he's holding his own, kind of like Jiren in the very first fight. Oh wait, no, second fight. There's Maki just running around. Also, sorry if you could hear that, that's my chair. It's like really creaky. So whenever you see stuff like this, like weird animals, I think that's when Megumi's using domain expansion. Or when he's spamming them, I should say. Because he just uses animals normally, but in domain expansion, that's when he really just starts to like lay on a bunch of them. Genos is literally made of glass. He got melted. I feel like Saitama was just being weighed down by his team. There's the wolf. I don't know what it does. Doesn't seem to do anything. In the game at least. Saitama's, I think, pretty much done at this point. Unless he uses his asteroid ultimate. Which he doesn't have the meter to do. Sukuna comes out. It's done. This is over. Sukuna finished it off by lighting him on fire. Extra disrespect. Yuji and Megumi move on. Last fight of the second. This is also like an inverse one. Megumi and Pito. versus Hisoka and Illumi. Honestly, Hisoka and Illumi is taking this. I'm just gonna say that before the fight even starts. I keep making Megumi look weird, I'm sorry about that. Oh wait, no, that's his normal color, never mind. Meruem immediately gonna power up. Hisoka gonna do the card tricks. Okay, Pito with the stun. Maybe I underestimated them. They do a bunch of damage. Here comes the ultimate. If he lands it, he does. Bruh, this round's over. This move's so dope. I don't know if I should say spoiler warning because some of the moves that they do are like happen later on in the show. But I feel like it's a bit too late now. Just for in advance. If you haven't watched these shows, there might be like a spoiler type move. That was dope. If Megumi does that again, they're gonna win it. I think he might. He's setting it up again. Pito's gonna take the fall for it. Or not. There's the counter. Pito's already low. He's one shot. That damage is giant for Meruem though. That's crazy. Never mind, I'm eating my words right now. Bro, I thought for sure Hisoka and Illumi had this. That's very surprising. It's probably like the third upset we've had. Well, not really. It's just when I think that I'm very sure that someone's gonna win. Alright, so we're down to the final 8 duos. So these last few rounds are gonna go kind of fast. Kakashi and Guy, another one that's inverse. We've had a little streak of those. This might be where Kakashi falls. I'm sorry, I give a little take. Oops. I could have sworn I had Hashirama and Madara in this when I first made the bracket. I wonder what happened to that. That would have been cool to see. I mean, I don't think they would have made it like super far, but they're still pretty good. I thought I had them for sure in here. I don't know what happened. I mean, we've already gone through them, so there's no way I missed them. Maybe I just forgot. I don't know. But yeah. Maybe next time if I do one of these again, I'll add him in. That would have been really good. I could have made him like a substitute for Josuke and Koichi because they didn't really do much. Or like one of the weaker duos. This is going to be good, but I feel like Naruto and Sasuke win it. Mid difficulty. Kakashi with chakra is super dangerous. He only used a little there and he almost took out Sasuke. I mean, he could 2v1. I'm not doubting his ability. It's just that a 2v1 in Mugen is just really hard to do. Like, no matter how good you are. Just because there's always the chance that you could just get stunned. Alright, it's a 1v1 now. Never mind, it's a 4v1. Dope moves coming from Kakashi. It's close now. Hits him with another Chidori. He lets the clones handle it. That was kind of nasty. Kakashi's a one-man army. My guy just completely missed his attack. Naruto used Substitution for the Kamui. Gets them both with the Rasengan. Purple Lightning comes out, does a bunch of damage. Lariat. I feel like I could have found a better interpretation for Guy. Because this one's kind of like wonky. Here comes an ulti. I don't... That was big. That changed the whole course of the fight. Now Guy is done. But Kakashi does have full meter. Unless Sasuke decides that he wants that meter instead. Crazy. It's all tied up. I would kind of have expected this from this fight. Again, full meter advantage said Kakashi and Guy. That could be really big. Yeah. Kakashi and Guy already have the advantage in health. Rasengan comes out. Does a lot. I'm just keeping my eye on Kakashi. He's the one you really need to worry about. Not even really looking at Guy. As you can see, Guy's already almost dead. Alright, Sasuke's almost done, but so is Guy. I feel like it's gonna come down to another Naruto and Kakashi 1v1. He's charging something up. Oh, it was a fireball. If that landed, I feel like that could have ended it. Transports back, changes places with his sword. Giant Odama Rasengan comes out. Another one for good measure. Susanoo, yeah, this is done, but it was a really good fight. Kakashi almost handled both of them. So that's gonna be a win towards Naruto and Sasuke. Alright, I forgot if I decide to change it or not. We'll just roll with it. That's how it's just been. That's how they got here. I'm not gonna change it. Versus Erwin and Levi. If you want me to change it, let me know in the comments. If you think that's fair, I'll change it, but I don't know. I feel like I made the right decision. It's somewhat close. Ichigo's getting chopped up. Levi's about to hit the ultimate, do a bunch of damage to both of them, maybe even take out Rukia. I mean, it's OP. To mute. The audio is so crisp. I think Ichigo stays in this state. Levi just takes him out. But considering that he stays in this form for the rest of the match, I think this might be done. Also, what a dope form. It's really well made. Props to the creator. I forgot who made this one in specific though, but this one's really good. Should I reconsider? Bro, I don't know. It's just with each round, I just get more convinced that I should change it. Because I see him just like soloing like really good teams. I have to. Just seeing this damage, I have to. There's no way that I don't. Maybe if they like make it to the finals and they lose all, maybe change it just for like compensation. But he's just too strong. I feel like for this next, I'll just keep Ichigo like that. It's already almost done. So this is gonna be a big reality check for this team. We have Gojo and Nanami versus Dio and Giorno. I feel like they're gonna get washed right now. If you don't know who I'm talking about Dio and Giorno. I think that they're about to lose bad. But why they gotta do that? I swear the game, every time I say something, it'll immediately almost like pay me back and just prove me wrong right away. Right, I'll be back to go do something real quick, like for 10 seconds. I'm back. They're working them. I don't know how I knew this would happen. It's just the game loves to prove me wrong. That's like a law of the game. It has to prove me wrong when I say something's for sure gonna happen. Or when I'm very confident something will happen. I forgot that Gojo's kind of like a glass cannon. I think that this probably will go to Dio and Giorno, honestly. Actually, don't. I'm gonna stop making assumptions because that's when I get proven wrong. As we could very clearly see. Again, huge meter advantage. I'm not saying that that's what makes the round, but it does definitely set the tone. Chances are, if you have a meter advantage, you'll win unless you're like really, really outclassed. But let me be proven wrong again. But I know it's gonna happen. Nanami with the huge damage. Giorno didn't go Requiem, and I feel like that was the big deciding factor in this. This is really close. Time stop, that was big. I think this might have done it. Gojo's out now. So now it's a 2v1. I feel like this just sealed it. Unless Nanami just one-shots. He did. I don't know. Dio stopped time at the worst possible time. Really bad time stop. Big blunder. He's gonna kind of tie it up, but... Ooh, Nanami might take it. Oh, Dio just takes back a bunch of health. Dio trying to block. Nanami's just too fast. Nanami's gonna take it. That was wild. Alright. So Gojo and... Oh wait. Yeah, Gojo and Nanami move on. We're in the last match of the third round. Meruem and Megumi. Meruem and Pito versus Megumi and Yuji. So we're gonna have Meruem, Pito. If you've been paying attention, I feel like you know who's gonna win this. I'm not gonna say it, cause then I'll just invoke the Mugen gods to decide a winner. So I'm not gonna say who I think is gonna win, but I'm pretty confident in who I know is going to. But we'll see. I'm not gonna put it into the world by saying it. Even with this power up, I don't really think that Megumi's on their level, honestly. Especially now with Sukuna stacked on it. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I feel like Yuji and Itadori are gonna win this one. Just because we haven't even seen them really get tested. All of their matches have pretty much been one-sided. And if they haven't been, Sukuna comes out and makes it one-sided. So I'm fairly confident. I swear, whenever Yuji's in a tournament, he always makes it fire. Sneaks her with the knife, which somehow comes out from the front, but what? We'll ignore that. Alright, Meruem immediately with the power up, he's gonna be needing to do that. If he lands his ultimate, I mean, I'm not gonna say he wins it unless they're already low. Because if he lands his ultimate, Sukuna's gonna come out. So I can't really think of a situation where they win this. Sukuna came off. This is done. But he's just dodging. Sukuna just got disrespectful. Alright. Last 3 matches. Some good ones. Alright, so now we're gonna have Ichigo and Rukia versus Sasuke and Naruto. So we got one OP guy versus 2 OP guys. And Rukia is just kind of chilling. I think that Ichigo might be as strong as Naruto and Sasuke combined though in his Bonkai. So might be done. Rukia using a new attack. I think she only uses that once. If he uses Bonkai, I think it might be done. If it comes down to transformation versus transformation, that was huge. I wasn't expecting that. I forgot how strong of an attack Sasuke has. Sasuke is kind of like a Gojo type character, but with a lot more in his arsenal. He's like a glass cannon, but he's really good, honestly. He has a bunch of different techniques. I've never seen Rukia do that. I think that was like a settle. But that wouldn't make sense because no way we're about to see each other lose right now. Oh, we are. I'm not sure if I should call this an upset, but I'm glad that I kept this Ichigo because if we chose the other one, they would have gone and watched immediately. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't use his Bankai, but it's fine. At least they won fair. Alright, so now we have one of the finalists. And Naruto transformed at the end for no reason. There we go. And finally, Gojo and Nanami. Another canonical one. They're both repping their show, showing that their show is strong, because they both made it to the quarterfinals. Megumi, Yuji. Alright. I was gonna say Sukuna could win them this match, but honestly, now that we're getting to the stronger ones, like Sukuna really hasn't had much difficulty taking out characters, but I feel like with these two, it's a little bit different. Nanami and Gojo aren't like really slouches. They do pack a bunch of damage, and they could wipe out Sukuna in my opinion. I've seen Sukuna versus Gojo like when he actually comes out, and it was somewhat close, surprisingly. Alright, Megumi's done. It's a 1-on-1. Overtime. I've never seen him do this. I don't think he could take damage. I've never seen him do overtime before. That is crazy. Why are you attacking? You're attacking the wrong one. You're wasting it. Go Nanami. Sukuna. Oh. That's... Sukuna just immediately shut down his power up. Now he just looks goofy. That was wild. I've never seen him transform. It was somewhat close. I think Sukuna's just too OP. I'm really excited for the final. If Sukuna does go, because they're going to be two powerhouses. Also, I didn't realize it before, this is a Jujutsu Kaisen map. Very fitting for the characters. This is probably the first real challenge that Yuji and Megumi have had though. Gojo's out, Sukuna comes out, it's done, but they put up a fight. And they did make it far, so you kind of have to give them credit. Final one. The very final match. I don't know what map this should be on. I feel like it should be on a cool one though. Alright, so now we're gonna have the finalists. Luis Las Noches is really cool. Yeah, this is the perfect map for the final. Alright, now they're starting off. Not too much damage coming out right away, but I feel like it's going to ramp up really quick. Also, sorry for the background noise. I thought I was gonna be alone. I had like I mean, streams do take a bunch of time, so I can't really be too optimistic. They take like 2.5 hours. But, I mean, it's just bound to happen. They're surprisingly close, even though Naruto and Sasuke are half health. Megumi's almost dead. Now Sasuke's almost dead. Ooh. Alright, Megumi's almost done. He's like a breath away from being done. Sasuke's out. Naruto takes out Megumi. What? He hit him. Sukuna comes out. Ooh, it's not looking good. Maki, Naruto dodges. Ooh. Ooh. That was kind of nasty. I just don't like how Naruto spazzes out sometimes. Sukuna comes and checks him. I don't know what's going on the right. That just happens when Megumi like kind of dies. I hope that's not a spoiler. I haven't read the manga. If Sasuke is allowed to do something with that chakra, I don't know. This could be close. There's just huge damage coming out from both sides. It's just the factor that Megumi is a lot more bulky than Sasuke. I feel like that's going to be the difference maker. But again, Sasuke does do a lot more damage. Ooh, bad choice by Sasuke. I mean, he doesn't take any damage, but that was more of a counter. Naruto is also kind of bulky. Kind of like Luffy, but a little bit more exciting. I think Sukuna came out and he's fighting against Sasuke. Naruto's really gonna have to do something crazy. Ooh, that was a bad choice. Oh, he goes KCM 2. It's not gonna be enough. He did it too late. That's gonna finish it. A clean 2-round sweep in the finals. That's gonna do it for today. That was a good tournament though.